not just anybody. Help! You know I need someone. Help! When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I've changed my mind and opened up the doors. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me? Now my life has changed in so many ways. My independence seems to vanish in the haze. But every now and then I feel so insecure. I know that I just need you like I've never done before. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me? When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I've learned to change my mind, I've opened up the doors. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me? Help me, help me. Ooh.
Solihullradio.com.
That's right, you are listening to Solihull Radio. My name is Geoff O'Brien. It is just after 2 minutes past 6 here on Tuesday evening. You are listening to Tuesday Thoughts. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Have we got a show for you? Oh, how many radio shows start with that sentence? But this evening we have an amazing radio show lined up for you. It starts with welcoming two fantastic guests to the studio. Sitting the other side of our broadcast desk here, we have Kelly Powger from Thursfields Solicitors here in central Solihull. And we also have Louise John from the Get Ahead Charitable Trust. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening, Geoff.
Look at that, it all works. Oh, it's brilliant. It's lovely to have you here in the studio. If you've been following our social media, you might have already seen that Thursfields, who are incredibly active in the local community here in Solihull, have been working with Louise and Louise's team to put on some events here in Solihull. So we are going to use this show this evening to discuss what's happening, to think about some things that might come up in the future, to ask your help, because we need your help to work out what sort of events we can put on here in central Solihull that would benefit our community. So any events that you might be thinking of, why don't you get us straight onto a text here, 075 64 30 30 64. That will let us know. If you can think of anything you would like to see happen in central Solihull or the wider borough, why don't you get in touch, because we're doing a little bit of market research this year. I'm doing all the talking, ladies. You can talk whenever you like.
Didn't want to interrupt you, Geoff. You were doing so
well.
You're on the roll.
It sounds as if it's planned, isn't it? By all means, you can join us. So what's been happening? Louise is from the Get Ahead Charitable Trust. Tell me a little bit about that, Louise.
Yes. So hi, Geoff.
Hi.
So yeah, we've been going. This is our 25th year, and Get Ahead are an independent head and neck charity. We deal with head and neck disease and head and neck cancers. So quite a rare form of cancer. We do a lot of research, we support education, and we purchase equipment that is often considered above NHS provision. So we're in our 25th year, doing really well. We've been in Solihull now for the last 12 months, and it's been an amazing 12 months working with the community and really getting our feet under the table at Solihull. So to be welcomed onto Solihull Radio is just amazing. So thanks for having us.
Now that you've come into the station, you are now a friend of the station and welcome any day.
Well, that's excellent, because that's how we work, actually. We like to, build our relationships and friendships with the community, and we've actually got a sub committee, the Friends of Get Ahead, that we like to get involved in doing all the events, and that's where Thursfields come in. We do a lot of coffee mornings, so we do them bi-monthly, and that's where we first met Thursfields. A couple of the guys popped down, and they are now the most popular people in the office, because whenever they return with cake.
Yes.
We hand it over, don't we, Kelly?
We can vouch for the lovely cakes that return with our colleagues after the.
We have to give it away, otherwise we would just be getting bigger by the coffee morning. To be honest.
Now, if you are a regular listener to the podcast of Tuesday Thoughts, or the Tuesday Show, as we call it here, you will know Kelly in a slightly different sort of guise, because Kelly is normally one of the team of, or part of the team of solicitors that comes in from Thursfields. Kelly's background is family law, with a very specific specialism relating to SEN cases, isn't it?
Yes.
So I know you're here to promote and to talk about the Get Ahead relationship this evening, but can I just say, really big thank you for being part of the legal team that come in and support the station here on hashtag Legal Hour. Normally, this Tuesday show would be a hashtag Legal Hour, but we've decided to make it all about what's going on with the Get Ahead partnership that Thursfields has created here in Central Solihull. So please, think about next month's hashtag Legal Hour for getting in touch for very specific legal advice, and listening for featured content podcasting, especially if you want some very specific information. And why don't you let us know here at the station, and we can record that for you and put that out on our Podbean app. But Louise, what's happening? Because up until a few days ago, I thought we were going to have some champagne and things like
fashion and fizz.
Fashion and fizz.
Yeah.
Tell me what's gone on with that.
Yeah, so unfortunately the date for that was in a couple of weeks' time, and we have had to postpone that, basically due to lack of uptake. I think, we never get these things wrong. It's just trial and error. So unfortunately, we decided that perhaps people had just come back from holiday, weren't quite in the mindset for it. Perhaps put a few extra holiday pounds on and weren't in the mood for shopping, maybe, or maybe just a Friday afternoon didn't suit. So I think Kelly and I have had a chat this afternoon, and we're going to have a look at moving it to the springtime. And actually, Geoff, since visiting your amazing offices, we may change the location because it's fabulous in here.
So what's the new plan?
Well, the new plan, I think, would be to get you modelling a bit of gear, if that's okay with you. I mean, I think maybe you might have the legs for it. I'm not sure.
I think,
so, and
save
us a bit of money. No, so I think perhaps in the springtime we'll get the new spring collections in, and perhaps hold it here. I think it'd be a great opportunity for us all to work together and build some good relationships.
I'm not averse to this.
we love the principle of the fashion and fizz. I think
absolutely
it's a really good concept, isn't it?
But as we discussed earlier, I think it's nice to involve everybody. So perhaps our ticket prices were a little bit out of people's affordability. So I think if we can do something slightly more low key and get people more involved, and because it's about everyone being able to get
it is, and the emphasis as well was working collaboratively with other businesses as well.
Yeah,
which is
absolutely.
Still the intention, isn't it?
Yeah, and if we can get Solihull Radio on board,
definitely,
and perhaps the college and different people, I think it'd be a really good environment.
That's right. Over at Solihull College, and forgive me if I'm wrong and I go down the wrong avenue here, I apologise. But if people at Solihull College are studying fashion, textiles, design, catering and things along those lines, why are they not taking part in a community event that is based around fashion, textiles and design?
Absolutely.
First thing I look for on CVs when people come to me here at the station is actually going out and doing it.
Yeah.
So why don't we give them the opportunity?
Absolutely.
Brilliant idea.
So
absolutely.
That's the sort of links that we should be having in Solihull to make this part of the community, and effectively a community hub. just over the other side of this piece of glass.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think, like you mentioned, Geoff, it's good to get people involved. So if anyone's got any suggestions or ideas, if they give you a text, drop us a line.
Yep.
Let us know what kind of price they'd be happy to pay for a ticket. Let us know whether a Friday afternoon would suit, or maybe a Thursday evening's better for some people. It's just a bit of research, really. I think we need
some
to do.
feedback would be.
And knowing the demographic here in Solihull is really important as well. Who exactly would like the Fashion and Fizz evening? Who would like a live lounge? Who would like, those sort of things? And targeting that.
Yeah.
Population-wise, in central Solihull, there's a massive sort of spread
Yeah,
in
it's
ages,
so diverse.
isn't there?
Yeah,
What we need to be thinking about is getting these events right and bringing people back into the town centre.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Solihull's got a lot to offer. I've always, Shirley actually, born and bred, but always lived in and around Solihull, and I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's a great place to live, great place to work, wonderful community. Like I said, as a charity, we've been welcomed into Solihull hugely, by the bid, by local businesses. It's a brilliant place to be, and I think the charity is definitely thriving from being in Solihull.
Great stuff. Right, if you've just joined us, we are joined here in the studio by two fantastic ladies who are discussing with me the options of developing some events here in central Solihull. Louise from the Get Ahead Charitable Trust is working with the team headed by Kelly from Thursfields Solicitors in central Solihull, and we're going to develop some community ideas, all in the aid of the Charitable Trust and working collaboratively with other businesses in the centre.
Yeah, I mean, just to mention, Geoff, recently in the last few weeks we supported Solihull Hospital. So again, nice and local. We donated £20,000 to help them buy the chemotherapy chairs at the new unit, which is just amazing, and it means people going through such grueling times of chemotherapy don't have to travel all the way over to the QE. They can spend more time on focusing on their recovery. So to be able to help a local hospital was just fantastic.
Brilliant.
For us.
Absolutely brilliant. I've read about that new chemotherapy centre.
Oh, it's wonderful if you get a chance to pop over and have a look.
I may do. That's excellent stuff. Right, we're going to be right back after some music. So hopefully talking about fizz and fashion. How's that?
Walk right
Welcome back to Solihull Radio. My name is Geoff O'Brien and you are listening to Tuesday Thoughts here, broadcasting, would you believe, from Central Solihull right in our Touchwood studios, which, ladies, you've now had a wander round. And you do have to have a wander.
You do.
It's magical.
It is.
Absolutely magical.
I must say a really big thank you to Touchwood for partnering with Solihull Radio. And we appreciate all of the support that we're getting here in the local community as well. Tell us, Louise, a little bit more about what Get Ahead is fronting really. What's the charity about?
Okay, yes. So Get Ahead was started 25 years ago, but by one of our patrons now, John Watkinson, who is a thyroid surgeon. And when he started working in the Midlands, he realised that there wasn't actually any support for head and neck patients, and so this became the Get Ahead charity. And so since we've been going for 25 years, we have managed to purchase some amazing equipment. Most recently, we were able to donate a substantial amount of money to the QE to buy a 3D printer scanner. So if ever you were unfortunate enough to lose one of your facial features through head and neck cancer, this piece of equipment can actually, it scans you, and then it can help to rebuild the prosthetic nose or ear or cheekbone or something to really help you get your identity back, because that's the thing with head and neck cancer. It is very rare, but also it really impacts on your mental state, the fact that you don't want to leave the house because your identity has basically been taken away from you if you lose anything like your nose or your eyes or anything as significant as that, really. So yeah, we helped buy a 3D printer scanner. We also helped buy what's called a cyber knife. That's actually nothing to do with a knife, but it delivers radiotherapy treatment to the precision of a knife, so it can help not damage any other cells around the offending one, if you like. So yeah, so we're
you're doing some good work.
Big things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and of course, all of the income that you receive is through charitable donations.
Absolutely, yeah.
And some of the events that you're developing so that people can make donations via ticket sales or things like that.
Exactly.
Do you have like regular patrons that...
Yes, we've got a board of patrons and obviously a board of trustees, which obviously is a charity, so we're run by the board of trustees. So we have regular supporters.
And I should have done some due diligence, and I apologise. Are we just based in Solihull, or are there satellite offices, or is it just us?
So it's just us in Solihull, although we do work across the whole of the UK. So we support research projects that are going on at the Royal Marsden in London, Christie's in Manchester, QE in Birmingham. So although we're Midlands based, we very much support the whole of the UK with head and neck research, equipment and education.
Now, I have noticed, as I've been wandering around Central Solihull, the Get Ahead offices are a mere stone's throw away from the Thursfields office, Kelly.
Indeed, yeah.
Is this how the partnership developed, or?
And everybody needs good neighbours.
We do.
Oh.
We do.
So how did you two sort of connect and link in with each other? How did it happen?
So I was introduced to Louise by my colleagues Ed, who regularly appears on the show, and also Tracy, who regularly appears on the show. So Ed and Tracy specialise in the sort of wills, estate planning department, and they came down to one of your coffee mornings, didn't they?
They're also known as the cake deliverers.
Yes. Yes, it's an exciting event when Edward and Tracy come back from the Get Ahead coffee mornings. We wait in anticipation with the cakes that are going to be delivered.
Okay.
And that's how Louise and I were introduced to each other. Edward and Tracy are great supporters of the charity, and they've recently there's a, I guess, like a system in place now, isn't there, where any clients that come from the charity can have will or lasting power of attorneys put together. And it's done at a discount, and the discounted is then given back to the charity.
Oh, I see.
So it's all about supporting the charity.
Very clever.
And Thursfields are really committed to supporting such an amazing
it's a great way
cause.
to work together.
Yeah.
Because the charity are also trying to promote that, obviously a lot of people don't write wills, and people might want to leave a donation in their will to a charity that's helped them or something that's personally affected them. So it's a great way to go and get information independently, away from the charity. There's no bias from the solicitors. At the end of the day, they can go and have a chat with them, and if they do take out a will and they make a donation.
I tell you what, if Ed was sitting across the other way, we'd be leaning against an open door with him.
Yes.
He's all for it, isn't he?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been very
amazing.
proactive.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's a very good guy. And I urge you to head, if you're listening via solihullradio.com, thank you very much for doing that. If you head down to our guest links section, just down there on the right-hand side, you'll be able to click where it says Thursfields, and that will take you straight through to the webpage for further details. And later on, Louise, would it be okay if I added Get Ahead?
That would be wonderful. Thank
There
you.
go. So if you wanted to find out a little bit more about what Louise and her team are doing at Get Ahead, you can find that out via solihullradio.com. We're going to be right back after some messages from our sponsors.
Fed up with condensation every morning and hate that yucky mould patch in the bathroom? It's time to contact EnviroVent. They've helped tackle mould and condensation dampness in over 1 million homes, just like yours. To find out more and to book a free home survey, visit envirovent.com, because air matters.
Solihullradio.com.
Stagecoach Solihull teaches skills
in drama, singing and dance.
But these skills don't just vanish when the curtain falls.
They're skills for life, stretching imaginations and improving literacy.
For a career in the arts, learning new skills, or just having fun.
So visit our website
www.stagecoach.co.uk/Solihull.
Stagecoach Solihull. Skills for the arts. Skills for life. Yeah!
The Fireplace and Stove Centre, 1204 Stratford Road, Hall Green. Specialists in wood-burning stoves, gas and electric fires with over 50 live displays in the showroom. Come in and experience your new fireplace solutions. Call 0121 777 85 85 for more details.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
Indian Dream on Dove House Parade, Solihull's premier family-run restaurant offering authentic Indian and Bangladeshi cuisine with fresh ingredients and creative chefs. They can provide bespoke dining experiences, eat in or take away. 0121 704 9058.
Solihull Radio.
I know you moved on to someone new. Whole life is beautiful. You were the light for me to find my truth. I just wanna say thank you.
Leaving to find my soul. Told her I had to go. And I know it ain't pretty when our hearts get broke. Too young to feel this old. Watching us both turn cold. Oh, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke. Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we'll wish we could come back to these days, these days. These days, these days. These days, these days.
3 years of ups and downs, nothing to show for it now. And I know it ain't pretty when the fire burns out. Calling me when I'm drunk, remind me of what I've done. And I know it ain't pretty.
Ooh, yeah. I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we wish we could come back to these days,
it. I thought you didn't know what my last name, but that changed. And I traveled around the world, think where you living at now. I heard you moved to Austin, got an apartment and settled down. And every once in a while, I start texting, write a paragraph, but then I delete the message. Think about you like a pastime. I could cry you a river, get you baptized. Or I wasn't ready to act right. Used to always think I'd get you back right. They say that things fall apart. We were gonna move to Brooklyn, you were gonna study art. Love is just a tool to remind us who we are, and that we are not alone when we're walking in the dark.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles will lay to rest. We wish we could come back to these days, these days. We wish we could come back to these days, these days, these days.
Solihull Radio.
Hello, we're back. We're having such a lovely time here in the studio, having a real good laugh. It's a lovely show this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. It's 27 minutes past 6 here in central Solihull. So if you are around the world, and I know that we have people logging in now around the world, thank you very much for joining us here on Solihull Radio. Why don't you get in touch? Send us an email, studio@solihullradio.com, and tell us whereabouts you are in the world. And there's no getting around it, because I know where people are logging in, so I can see when people are downloading some of these podcasts where everything's coming from. We are joined on the telephone by our Knoll and Dorridge and Bentley Heath correspondent. Jackie, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent.
And evening, ladies. They're talking my language. Cake.
Cake, yes.
What's your favourite kind? Is it chocolate?
No, I'm not really a chocolate cake nugget. I am. I love fruit. If I had a choice, fruit cake with a chunk of Wensleydale.
Really? I'm feeling your Wensleydale, but I've got to be honest, I've never ever believed there's a place for fruit in cake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to upset you, but I just don't think there is.
Christmas cake.
Christmas
cake. I'm on the countdown to be able to... Yeah, I'm pickling my onions this weekend.
Okay, and then when the cake gets going, you have to feed it and keep it...
All over Christmas cake.
I think I'm out of
With you on that. Yeah.
Anyway, Jackie, how have you been this week?
Oh, I've been fine. I've been eating a bit of cake. I did have some cake on Sunday.
Yes.
It was Sue Ashton at the church.
Right.
Associate Vicar leaving do. Oh, it was quite tearful for a lot of people, but there was cake. There was a lot of cake. It's a whole table just full of cake.
So, just to get this straight, the vicar has left...
no, this is the associate vicar.
This is the associate vicar, has left the church in Knoll now.
Yes, and in a couple of weeks, we lose our main vicar, Michael.
Michael's going as well?
Yes.
So, hold on a second.
9 months, I think, before we get a new one installed.
Okay, so what happens week by week on the Sunday services?
Well, we still have...
Do you all take it in turns?
Well, we still have Matt Simpson. Then they get people from around the diocese just filling in.
Oh, okay.
And like my friend Judith, she'll be doing a bit of, sort of sermons. But, they'll get stepping people.
Okay.
They'll fill the slots for a bit.
Oh, okay. So that's happening in Knoll.
Yes.
What is happening local area? What's word on the streets, Jackie?
It's Day on Sunday.
It's Dorridge Day, isn't it? 16th?
Yes.
Right.
What's exciting about that is the classic cars that are going to be processing from the Black Boy down Station Road to Dorridge Park.
Right.
So that'll be good. So even if you're not going to the Dorridge Day, you can always get onto Station Road and look at the classic
and watch
cars.
the parade.
I do like a good classic car. If you were a car, Geoff, what would you be?
Healy 3000.
I'd be a Morgan.
What?
I'd be a little noddy car, wouldn't I?
Wooden chassis.
Yes. Hand built.
Listen, we could go on like that for ages, Jackie, couldn't we?
Anyway,
back to Knoll, Dorridge, Bentley Heath.
Yes.
Just sorry, on a little aside, are you going to be in the corps tomorrow?
I am indeed going to be in the corps.
Would you like a coffee?
Oh, I'll not say no to a coffee.
Excellent.
I need coffee all the time at the moment.
Okay, well look, I'll be at the station tomorrow. tomorrow, actually, Jackie. We're pre-recording some featured content podcasts. Did you listen the other day to Alison Swift?
No.
Right, well, Alison Swift is a local author. She's just written a book called My Wellness Toolbox, and we are recording...
Oh, yes, of course I listened to it. It's just the name. No. Dementia.
Okay, well, we're recording her book, and we are going to release it as premium content podcasts here on Social Radio, Solihull Radio. Almost said Social Radio there.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So we're recording that tomorrow, so I'll come over and I'll get you a coffee.
Yeah, of course, today we were taken over at Marie Curie, because I volunteer at Marie Curie on a Tuesday, by bread pudding making.
Ooh.
Oh,
nice work.
You can't not. I mean, what was disappointing is I had to leave before it came out the oven.
Oh, unlucky.
I mean, this was stressful for me. I said, couldn't you get it out a bit earlier? I've got to go.
I hope they've saved you some, Jackie. Yeah. I do hope they've
it'll all be scoffed.
Listen, what I will say...
from a panettone.
Oh, nice.
Don't you bring up panettone.
Nice. Yeah.
What I will say, Jackie, is tomorrow in the studio at the Core, there's an afternoon with Malcolm Stent. Have you listened to our Malcolm Stent podcast?
Oh, yes. We all love Malcolm.
That starts at 2:00.
Oh.
So there's an option there for you.
I think there is an option.
And don't get me started on Andy Fairweather Low, because you've got a story there.
I have.
I'll keep that to myself. Tune into our social media feeds for that story. Jackie and Andy Fairweather Low. He's appearing at the Solihull Court on the 28th of September with the Lowriders. And I've been listening to a lot of his stuff this week.
Yeah.
No, it's very good.
So, I mean, some of the old guys, they're still knocking it out.
Well, out of the park.
Is that the right phrase? Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not. There's a couple of other... Everyone's gone in the studio. I might have to play some music, Jackie.
Oh, no.
Friday the 5th of October. Let's bring it back.
Yes.
Louise, I won't be able to talk if you're laughing like that at me. Claire Martin and Ray Gelato are at the Core Theatre on Friday the 5th of October
for
the jazz evening. So is that something that you could be interested in going to see?
Well, I do like a bit of jazz.
There you go,
I do like a bit of jazz.
I've brought it back.
I won't say what I was going to say.
No, I was going to say, don't say swing.
No, it's even worse than that. My daughter... She plays all the wind instruments. And she used to be very good on the saxophone. Well, she still is.
Oh, Jackie, it's brilliant.
I know.
Oh, listen, can I play you a song, Jackie?
You can indeed. You get the hook and they pull me off. Now, I've had a lot of trouble with my mother-in-law, bless her. I mean, she's not been well. I mean, a lot of people will have this trouble that I've had with dementia and not eating. But I won't give up. That's her phrase.
Jason Mraz song.
Jason Mraz, please.
Oh, great track.
That's a lovely song.
Okay. Listen, all the best, and can I see you in 16 hours time for a coffee?
Yeah.
No problems.
Make him get you a cake as well, Jackie.
Cake.
Don't just offer a coffee.
There or down below.
Unbelievable. Right, I Won't Give Up by Jason Mraz, requested by our Knoll and Dorridge and Bentley Heath correspondent, the fabulous Jackie. Thanks, Jack.
Bye.
Bye.
When I look into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much they hold, and just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. And when you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. 'Cause even stars, they burn, some even fall to the earth. We got in life to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I want to be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. Our differences, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got here. We got a lot at stake. And in the end, you're still my friend. At least we did intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to bend without the world caving in. I had to learn what I got and what I'm not, and who I am. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, I'm still looking up. Well, I won't give up on us. God knows I'm tough. He knows we got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up.
Fed up with condensation every morning and hate that yucky mould patch in the bathroom? It's time to contact Envirovent. They've helped tackle mould and condensation dampness in over 1 million homes, just like yours. To find out more and to book a free home survey, visit envirovent.com, because air matters.
Solihullradio.com.
Stagecoach Solihull teaches skills
in drama, singing and dance.
But these skills don't just vanish when the curtain falls.
They're skills for life, stretching imaginations and improving literacy.
For a career in the arts, learning new skills, or just having fun.
So visit our website
www.stagecoach.co.uk/Solihull.
Stagecoach Solihull. Skills for the arts. Skills for life. Yeah!
The Fireplace and Stove Centre, 1204 Stratford Road, Hall Green. Specialist in wood-burning stoves, gas and electric fires with over 50 live displays in the showroom. Come in and experience your new fireplace solutions. Call 0121 777 85 85 for more details.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
Indian Dream on Dove House Parade, Solihull's premier family-run restaurant offering authentic Indian and Bangladeshi cuisine with fresh ingredients and creative chefs. They can provide bespoke dining experiences, eat in or take away. 0121 704 9058.
Solihull Radio.
Welcome back, everybody. We are going to play a new game with Jackie every week. How many innuendos can we get into one conversation? So between all of that, Jackie, that was fantastic, by the way, and we welcome you open-armed every week here on Solihull Radio. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're listening live and you are confident enough to get in touch with us, partly because the two ladies sitting in front of me will be very grateful for some more interaction in terms of any questions or anything you've got for them. There's a couple of ways of getting in touch. You can text us 075 64 30 30 64. You can telephone us 0121 70 40 185, or you can send us an email. And thank you very much for the emails that came in during that last song. Anthony, I will try and Tony. Anthony comes through on your email, but I know you as Tony because you've requested songs from me before. Hi, Tony. Thanks for listening. I'll try and get you some Billy Joel in before the end of the show. It'll be very quick if it is. And another couple of emails have come in to remind me to tell you about our fantastic competition. If you are on solihullradio.com, head across to the competitions page. Click there because on the 28th of September, so Friday, couple of Fridays' time, we are giving away 2 tickets to a gala dinner at the Crowne Plaza Hotel with a menu inspired by John Christoph Novelli himself. You will arrive, have a champagne reception and have the 3-course menu, and then afterwards you will have a question and answer session with John Christoph Novelli here in Solihull. And if that's not good enough, how about this? Afterwards, we will put you up for a night in the Crowne Plaza Hotel. How's that sound, ladies?
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice. Can we apply?
No, because you're friends of the station. Terms and conditions, I'm afraid.
As always, T's and C's.
So if you want to, there is a very simple question that you have to answer on solihullradio.com to be put into the draw, which will be the 26th of September, which is Wednesday. We will draw here in our Touchwood studios at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you'll be notified by the email that you use to enter the competition. Do you want to know the question?
Yes.
What road is the Crowne Plaza situated on in Solihull? Don't say it.
Do you know, I don't know it.
I know.
I don't.
You're not allowed to enter.
I'm not allowed to enter.
That's it. Right, a couple of things coming up. So that's the competition that I've told you about. Who are we joined with on the line? Hello, you're through to Solihull Radio.
Good evening, Geoff Coleman here. How are you, boy?
How are you?
I'm absolutely fantastic.
That worked as
good as this.
Your timing is impeccable as usual. Say hello to the ladies.
Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How's it been in Solihull and Shirley?
Oh, well, the sun is, well, it's not shining, but it stopped raining.
Excellent.
As you can hear, our cars just going past. I'm up for a walk.
Are you doing a live outside broadcast now?
I am indeed. I'm the roving reporter, so I am. I'm going to walk through the paradise that is Shirley Park.
Excellent stuff.
I'm a Shirley girl. I'm a Shirley
good girl yourself. Excellent, and no better place to be.
I love it.
We love taking our dog for a walk on Shirley Park.
Well, that's because we have the best dog park as far as I can see anywhere.
We can let him off and we know he's safe.
Indeed. And the thing is, well, mind you, having said that, maybe the next time you're at the park, you might keep an eye out for some, what can I say, some rather inconsiderate dog users, because what they do
dog owners.
Dog users, yes. Dog owners. Yes, thank you. Yes, using my dogs, yes. That's a very strange thing.
You've just scored 1 point in our new game.
Okay, thank you very much. Dog owners who collect their dog poop in the back.
Yeah, I know it.
Into the fence, chuck it into the hedge.
See, what's the point? What's the point in picking it up just to attach it to a fence? I don't understand.
And they leave it in the dog park, which is unfortunate. I say that because obviously, as a friend of Shirley Park, we do our monthly litter pick.
Yep.
And I did actually have that was quite interesting, finding quite a lot of those in the hedge in the dog park itself. But there you go.
Crumbs, how's your first couple of weeks been back at school? Because people that regularly listen know that Coleman is an educator. So tell us how you're feeling, how your kids doing?
Well, here's the thing, Geoff. As you know, I believe what I teach, and I teach what I believe.
Right.
It truly is the best job in the world, teaching the next generation how to be good people.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
I just, I feel so lucky. I feel so fortunate. Every day I just feel blessed to be able to go into work.
Good man.
And to have 30 little faces looking at me going, "Good morning, Mr. Doyle." I said, "Good morning, everyone," and away we go.
And you're off. Good man
Indeed.
yourself.
Oh,
So,
Geoff, by the way, the craft inn has opened.
oh, has it?
Yes,
Ooh.
and I've done some research.
Oh, good man.
Oh yes, it is wonderful.
Is it?
Truly wonderful.
Right.
Very interesting in decor.
Well, you and I need to get a time in the diary, don't we?
We do indeed. Well, of course, you know your time in the diary. Plus, we also have an outside broadcast from my pub at the end of my garden.
Yeah. Well,
from the Gilliver Arms, as you know.
That's possible.
It is possible, and then you could actually play records from there and transmit live.
I was going to say, in the olden days, we called them records, Coleman. That's
records,
right.
Vinyl.
They're coming back.
Well, records are made of vinyl, Geoff, so they always have been.
Yeah, they're coming back. It's all good stuff.
Except for the unfortunate ones made in America in the 1890s.
Yeah.
Made of asbestos.
Can I tell you about a couple of things?
Please do.
Right. Number one thing that I'd like to tell you about is Fun in the Park, which is happening a couple of Sundays' time, Sunday the 23rd of September. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to see you at Tudor Grange Park from 11 o'clock in the morning. Can we get that in the diary?
I think I will. Yes, indeed.
Excellent. We have got classic cars and motorcycles, children's ride, go-karts, zorbs, mazes, trampolines, the arena and main stage.
Well, okay, that's just for me. How about my 3 kids?
There's a bar.
Oh, that helps.
There's a food zone, there's a dog show and agility.
I say.
And not only that, Solihull Radio will be broadcasting live from Fun in the Park in Tudor Grange Park on Sunday the 23rd.
Well, then I'm definitely going to have to come along and say hello.
It says on my press release here, local craft ales. Are you interested?
Oh, gosh. Oh, yes. Sorry, that sounded terrible. Yes, I do actually. Yes, I am very interested.
There we go. So that is sponsored by Rotary, along with others, and admission is only £3.
I say, excellent. And children, same price?
Children, £1, or a family for £6.
Fantastic. Well,
there's a day out.
My wife, myself, and 3 kids, £6. That sounds like a bargain.
There
Wonderful.
you go. Listen,
so while you're on about the big events, has Jackie been on? Because I just got on. Has Jackie been on earlier?
Listen, because you've been out and about, I will give you some pre-warning if you listen to this on catch up later. Jackie has been on, but unfortunately, or not unfortunately at all, because she's brilliant. The ladies and I lost it halfway through having a chat with her, and we all fell about laughing because some of the things that she was saying. And we've started a new game, would you believe? How many innuendos can you get in one conversation on the radio?
Innuendos? Oh, merciful hour. Well, Geoff, don't get me started.
No, I'm not going to get you started.
I know it's a family show. But what I will say is that I don't. Has Jackie told you what's happening next Sunday in Dorridge?
Yes, she did say, and she also said the classic car parade goes along Station Road there.
Dorridge Day is going to be fantastic. Round Table running it, and there are other young men's groups and groups as well, but Round Table are running it. It's going to be fantastic.
Brilliant stuff.
And I can be in attendance as well.
I've found a song for you this evening. Can I play it for you?
Oh, please, surprise me.
I'm going to surprise you with it. It is. It takes me back a little bit.
Oh.
But I'm going to play it for you because I know sometimes how we have our conversations and debates on the telephone here on Solihull Radio.
Indeed.
And I found you this song, and I hope you enjoy it. Is that okay?
Okay, fine, no problem. Yes.
Ready?
Okay, I'm here to sing. Yeah. Oh my.
How's that? Straubs. I'll speak to you in the week. That's it.
Handy.
Go easy.
Fantastic. I will. Good luck to you now.
Bye bye.
When we meet in the local hall, I'll be voting with them all. With a hell of a shout, it's out, brothers, out, and the rise of the factories fall. Oh, you don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. Till the day I die. Till the day I die. As a union man, I'm wise to the lies of the company spies, and I don't get fooled by the factory rules, 'cause I always read between the lines, and I always get my way if I strike for higher pay. When I show my card to the Scotland Yard, and this is what I say. Oh, you don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. Till the day I die. Till the day I die. Before the union did appear, my life was half as clear. Now I've got the power to the working hour and every other day of the year. So though I'm a working man, I can ruin the government's plan. I'm not too hard, but the sight of my car makes me some kind of Superman. Oh, you don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. Till the day I die. Till the day I die. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. Till the day I die. Till the day I die.
Solihull Radio.
There you go, part of the union by the Straubs for Coleman. And if you're a regular listener to Tuesday Thoughts, you will probably know why we have chosen a song like that for Coleman. He really enjoys it. Thank you very much for listening to us here at solihullradio.com. We appreciate you tuning in and supporting the station. My name's Geoff O'Brien. Sitting directly opposite me here live in our Touchwood studios is Louise John from the Get Ahead Charitable Trust based in central Solihull, and Kelly Powger from Thursfields Solicitors, who support the station massively, again based in central Solihull. Ladies, what's happening locally? What's happening in November for you, Louise?
Oh, well, funny you should ask, Jeff.
Exciting.
Yes, very exciting. So in November is our annual ball. So we like to pride ourselves on having the best ball in the Midlands.
1 point.
Thank you. I could do a lot worse. So this is our 25th anniversary ball. So we're going to pull out all the stops this year. So we've got John Coleshaw, who is a legendary impressionist. He's been around since 1998, and he is the original and the best.
He's also an amazing astronomer.
Oh, really?
Oh, I did not know that.
See, I didn't know that either. I wonder whether he'll bring his telescope.
If you get him talking about the stars, you're there all day. He's guest presented on the Sky at Night.
Wow, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
There
he's
you
very
go.
good.
Yeah, so we're really excited to be welcoming him as our headline act. And then anyone who is BGT, Britain's Got Talent fan, we've also, I don't know how to say his name very well, but I'm going to try, Gruft Wynn. So he was in the top 3, and he was the Welsh opera singer, and he did a really cool rendition of Ed Sheeran's latest song that he did with Andrea Bocelli.
Okay.
So he's going to be there. We've got Local Boy and the magician Ben Hanlon. He'll be hosting the evening for us, and then we're finishing it off with the RPJ band. So Rick Parfitt, his son, has an amazing rock band, and they just finished the night off on the dance floor. So Kelly and the guys from Thursfields are joining us this year at the ball, which is very exciting.
We're getting our posh frocks on.
Yeah,
and
posh
we'll be
frocks.
joining Get Ahead this year.
Dance shoes that will be kicked off at the end of the night for sure, Kelly.
What about me?
Would you like to come, Geoff?
I think we'll probably come as a station.
I would love to welcome you. Yeah, I'm so excited for this ball, and it's something we pride ourselves on. Everybody comes, has a fantastic evening, and it's a real pivotal event in the Get Ahead calendar. So
okay.
it's brilliant.
25th, you say?
No, 25th anniversary on the 24th of November, and it's at Hilton Metropole NEC.
Okay, on the NEC part.
Over by the
6 miles. Well, don't you worry. I've been working with them recently.
Not far at all. Yeah. So hopefully, if anybody's interested, it's the last weekend in November, so it's a brilliant night to do corporately, booking a table for maybe your Christmas party, just a girls' night out. So whatever you do, you're guaranteed a fantastic evening.
Brilliant stuff. Ticket prices?
£90 for a ticket. Fizz reception, 3-course wonderful meal, which somebody, unfortunately for me, has to go and do the food tasting.
Hold on.
Don't worry, I will select a wonderful menu.
I'm still trying to work.
Okay,
Louise, let me go with it.
I was going to say
to solidify the partnership.
It's a tough job.
Three out of three.
Well, 3 opinions are better than one, Geoff.
Exactly.
You know. I think Jackie should come as well, just for the humour.
Jackie would love that.
Jackie can try the cake.
She would use her Solihull radio card and just walk in. She's brilliant. She's absolutely brilliant. Okay, so that's coming up towards the end of November. And the Fashion and Fizz hasn't been completely cancelled.
No,
it's just been moved into postponed so that we can work out a different venue or different timings or things like that, just so that the most people can
I
be
think
part of it.
What we'd like to know from the listeners is what sort of time would suit. Would a lunchtime be better or an early evening? What kind of things do they want to see? We were going to offer some pampering, so maybe some mini massages, facials, all the kind of thing that we like to be pampered. And then what do you want to see on the catwalk basically, and what do you want here to come and enjoy a couple of hours with us and bit of social networking, really.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
We've actually got some contacts, and I'm saying this without even asking them, but we've got some contacts here at the station that work in fashion and personal stylists.
Oh, fabulous!
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we can get in touch with them.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And they're based in Knoll.
Oh, fabulous.
So
we want it to be as inclusive as possible. So it's not sort of necessarily networking. It's for anybody that just wants to come along and have a really lovely afternoon or evening, or, get away for a couple of hours, but with, sort of with the businesses locally.
You'll remember this, Kelly, but in our old studio, we had the fashion, not police, but the fashion experts come in and completely restyle Nick, our Saturday morning presenter. So I stepped in while Nick was changing, and they did a really good job actually. Because I don't know if you've ever met Nick. He's 6'4", and he's a big guy, and he
I've had the fortune of meeting Nick. He's actually volunteered at our ball.
He's
there
brilliant.
You go.
He's really really good guy. And this partnership now needs to develop further.
Yes, absolutely.
So head across to solihullradio.com, check the Thursfields website link for what they're doing here in central Solihull. Kelly, just off the record, just me and you chatting as if no one is listening.
Yes.
Thursfields are massively involved in what's going on in Solihull.
We're all over everything.
Everything.
Yeah. We work really hard to make sure that we know what's going off and we're supporting and
it's
absolutely.
really, really good.
Yeah.
Very supportive.
Yeah.
And Louise, just before we finish this evening, have you enjoyed being on Solihull Radio, telling everybody about the Get Ahead Charitable Trust?
I've absolutely loved it. Thank you for having us. And just a finishing note, our next coffee and networking event is on the 4th of October at the Get Ahead offices on the Warwick Road. So come along, please help us eat the cake, otherwise myself and all of the team at Thursfields will end up very fat for Christmas.
Yes.
No problem. So 4th of October, I'll put that out on our social media feeds.
Yes, please do, yeah.
So if you are around on the 4th of October and you'd like some coffee and cake, why don't you come along to the Get Ahead offices just down by the Thursfields office, actually, on the Warwick Road, just down there in central Solihull. You've been listening to Tuesday Thoughts. Thank you very much to our two fabulous ladies here in the studio this evening, Kelly Powger and Louise John. Almost to see. I almost got that wrong. It's exactly 7 o'clock, so that was your 1 hour of catch up here on Solihull Radio. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you again next Tuesday, which is a fantastic show led by Melanie from Solihull Bid. See you again next week. Bye.